Hello, Nico Robin is not a background character.
My gosh. Is this how we're gonna begin every episode for the rest of the series?
I don't
This is a
know.
Nico Robin statement.
Listen. There's Nico Robin slander. I have to. I have to stop it.
It's been off screen. I wasn't planning on airing out the dirty laundry on in here. But I guess
Anyways,
I will.
anyways,
No, I will not.
no,
I will
you're
finish
going to talk about the Sheikah if they're Hylian or not.
I will, after I say
No, no,
ever
no,
since,
no.
ever since Water 7, Nico Robin's been a background character and irrelevant to the main course of the story. There, I said it.
False.
Comment down below why you think. You know, honestly, if you're watching this and you've read One Piece or watching One Piece, comment down below why any Straw Hat is relevant. Because I don't think any of them are. So,
Damn.
like, because that way you can not only roast me in the comment section.
Comment down below how you want me to lynch Leggett.
Dude, you can't say that.
I can't say that?
No!
Okay. What does lynching mean?
Hanging!
Oh!
Yeah, hey, listen! Listen to the social historical context of words!
I don't know shit.
No! On screen, I will educate Fred on the historical context. But
I just know that word, like, people have said it on YouTube, so, yeah.
fair enough. If there's one thing you can learn from the internet, is don't repeat things the internet says. Because again, there was the whole thing online with, like, you were telling me at one point that people were thinking, like, Matt Pat was transphobic because he saw a trending word, used it, and not realize.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Well, again, theme from last episode, we'll repeat it again. Don't trust the internet.
Okay. Anyways,
But
uh,
the Sheikah were basically, they were at one point, like, actually, like, Hylian, and they were, okay, there's probably some sort of distinction between Hylians and the ancient Hylians that I'm not really quite familiar with yet, but it's like,
my mom just brought me
ancient,
potatoes.
whose potatoes?
My mom just brought me potatoes.
Sweet. Cooked?
Cooked,
Or
yeah.
raw?
Cooked with cheese and I think bacon.
Nice.
I'm going to eat this after this map, so we're going to speed run.
But so, when the goddess Hylia walked the earth, like, she was protecting the Triforce. That's what her duty was as goddess. And the Sheikah were, like, the chosen among her to, like, be, like, direct, like, defenders of her and the Triforce. And so, and then when she, you know, reincarnated as, you know, like, became immortal, like, the Sheikah were then the protectors of her. And I think at, like, one point, yeah, they were just elite Hylians, but have kind of, like, they're very Hylian adjacent at this point, because just, like, they've kind of evolved and became to their own distinctive race.
Alright, so they're not just a tribe of Hylians.
I believe so. I believe that, like, maybe at once they were, like, a tribe, but now they are their own race.
Okay, fair enough.
And the reason at the end of the video I mentioned, like, how I listened to, like, a 2-hour documentary, so I'm gonna shout out, I believe it's Nintendo Black Crisis, who had, like, 2, like, hour-long videos about the Zonai tribe from, like, 2021, which, I mean, you're watching this now, you know about Tears of the Kingdom, and you probably know more about the Zonai, but in 2021, we didn't even know Sky Islands were a thing. So, because he published all of that before that trailer came out. Because people were, like, literally, when the first teaser for Tears of the Kingdom came out, when we only knew it as the sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, all we knew is that it was, going to be a sequel, and people just assumed green magic, and based on the architecture, that it was related to the Zonai tribe. No evidence supporting this, but so this man, on a quest with a lot of other people, did an analysis of everything Zonai in Breath of the Wild, and did a whole series of speculation of what could connect the Zonai to things outside of Breath of the Wild, like in previous Zelda games. And he spent a lot of that video talking about like the interloper tribe from like the interlopers from Twilight Princess, posing the idea that possibly they were Zonai, possibly, or like working
Where are
with
the
Zonai,
interlopers?
possibly. So in the lore for Twilight Princess, the interlopers were a group of people with powerful magic that like defied the gods and like made like the fused shadow, which is like kind of like a main item with the Twilight people, and it's like used to conquer the gods. And yeah, they got like banished and outcasted,
I wonder why.
and because they like the gods themselves directly interfered, which is a very interesting thing. Because like rarely do you hear about like the gods interfering in anything outside of the creation, and then Hylia. So the fact that they interfered with the interlopers to like steal them away, it's just a very interesting thing. And part of his theory was like just I don't know if it was theory, it was kind of more speculation, I guess. It was just kind of like looking at other connections throughout the series. It's like what could have made up the interlopers, and are they possibly related to the Zonai?
Are they the Minish?
And so there are. Because the one thing that we know definitive about the Zonai architecture is that they have this swirl pattern, like the Zonai swirl. They describe that in creating a champion. And so, I mean, again, you guys already know what the Zonai are. You guys know. But, like, shout out to this man who did all of this research independent of Tears of the Kingdom and came up with a lot of fun. Honestly, just a lot of interesting pattern recognition throughout the entirety of the series. Like how there's like some text used in both Wind Waker and Twilight Princess and dungeon designs and symbols that are used in other Zelda games, and like that's just regardless of what happens, that's neat. And I completely forgot what you just asked me.
Are the could they be like could the Minish be interlopers?
I don't think they were relating to the Minish specifically, but they were talking about like the Wind tribe from the Minish Cap. Because like
Oh,
the
okay.
in their architecture.
Okay, I know those people. I just beat Minish Cap for like people watching, and it's one of my like top 3 favorite games of the series. I just love 2D Zelda, except for Link to the Past.
Like Minish Cap is considered by some to be like peak 2D Zelda.
Fair enough.
Which, that's fair. Like,
It-
those are some very solid.
It's really fun. And I love how we get 2D Gorons. Is this the Windfish, by the way?
No. There are three great whales within the Zelda series. I believe 3. There could be 4 if I'm forgetting one. Leviathan. Yep. So here's one of them. Thanks.
Because like I always assumed that this guy was just the Windfish for some reason on the Skyloft map.
No. That's a character in Skyward Sword. You have not met them yet.
Okay.
Then there is the Windfish, and then there's also gosh, I wish I remembered his name. I want to just call him like the Ocean King. From Phantom Hourglass.
Why wouldn't the Ocean King be in Wind Waker?
Because you have the King of the Red Lions, and that's in those seas where like they leave the Great Sea at the end of Wind Waker, and so the Ocean King is outside of the Great Sea.
Ah. Why?
That's just because where they are.
Weird. Okay, fair enough.
Funny enough, so I guess slight spoilers for Phantom Hourglass. Even though it's probably 15 years old at this point, that whole game might have been a dream. Like, similarly to Minish Cap, or not Minish Cap, Link's Awakening.
That's another game that I beat recently. It was really fun. I might do a playthrough of that on the channel.
But so, it's just kind of interesting how 2 of the 3 times there's great whales that appear, it could just be dreams.
True.
Because at the end of the game, like, you and Tetra, like, wake up with her pirate crew. And they're like, where were you guys? And they're like, what are you talking about? Like, we just went on this whole adventure. It's like, nah, you guys were gone for like 10 minutes.
Huh, weird.
So, like, the whole game was a dream sequence that happened within 10 minutes of, like, the start of the game. And it's just kind of like, huh.
Weird.
Right?
I like weird shit like that.
And it was kind of sad because, okay, Lineback? I love Lineback. Lineback for Fred, because Fred has not played Phantom Hourglass. The plot of Phantom Hourglass is Tetra's missing. And you gotta go find Tetra. She is on board the ghost ship. Got captured on the ghost ship. And so you need to go find her. But her pirate ship is gone. Like, you got adrift at sea. And you find this guy named Lineback who has a boat, fancies himself a renowned treasurer, and
It's not targeting the Deku Baba.
Man's a coward. Man's a wimp. Man's pathetic.
Yeah, when Usopp does it.
But he's not the main character, okay? But he's this snobbish kind of asshole. It just kind of like manipulates. Well, not manipulates. Kind of like exploits. It was like he saves his life at the beginning of the game, and then he like leaves the situation like, ah, look at me having gone through that place. Look how great I am. But like, it's like, shut up, dude. You're not, and you know you're not.
Alright, just so people know, I was on my own. I've been playing through Wind Waker. Then Legate tells me, yeah, by the way, there's giant sea creatures. I saved and left the game immediately.
Yeah, you'll never play that again.
I'll probably play it. It's just like I was already getting excited because I thought that like a giant sea creature was going to pop up and attack me. And they're like, yeah, they're a giant sea creature, so I just left.
There are like 8 in the entire game.
Like I just assumed that like it could be like a random event that just happens.
No, it is not random.
It's that's the whole reason why I left like that, because like I was like, nope, fuck that.
There was a map that you can get. I don't remember where you get it, but there is a map that is called the Big Octo Map, and it will literally tell you every tile that there is a Great Octo in.
Now, are they as terrifying as the eel from Mario 64? Because that shit is terrifying.
I've never
Also,
played Mario 64.
it's the same eel from the Mario movie.
I mean, I don't know what makes it terrifying.
The sharp teeth, the fucking eyes. Just
There's
it's
a lot of eyes, no teeth.
okay, no teeth, just eyes. Because like the whole thing is like how the eyes on that eel look, combined with the teeth. It's
Okay.
just terrifying. And then they made it more terrifying in Odyssey.
So the way you defeat it in the in the game is by hitting its eyes. You have to attack its eyes. The eyes are normally yellow. In the original version, they turn like red, kind of like they're filled with blood almost, like when you damage them enough, and they just kind of billow smoke. In the HD version, they glow blue when you when you down an eye.
Okay, fair enough.
And I guess probably the horror appeal with it is when you get into a Great Octo battle, you're kind of like in like a vortex almost, like being like moving closer and closer to it.
Oh fuck that.
And so you circle it and you have to like attack its eyes as you're circling it. But if you take too long and you get too close, it swallows you and spits you out and you go flying.
Fair, I guess. You know, just send me a picture of what one looks like.
Alright.
Send it in the Discord.
Oh, okay. But, what was I saying? Oh, right. So, the guy's theory with the interlopers, yeah, I don't think I forgot about that point.
Oh, I forgot about that.
But they could have been related to either the, like, I think the Gerudo, Sheikah, and possibly, very loosely the Kokiri, but, like, I don't think he was really committed on the Kokiri, it's just that they both had swirls in their architecture.
Fair.
Which is relevant, because, you know, the only thing you know about the Zonai is their swirl.
At least at this point.
At that point in time.
Yeah. Everyone else is like, ha, there's not just swirls. There's also a zigzag.
Right.
Which ends up just debunking like 12 other theories. Somehow.
I will say this, I felt really happy for him. Because, like, in the gameplay demo, when they announced that there is the, when they announced that there's, when they showed the gameplay and they showed the Zonai charge, I'm like, he had a reaction just to that trailer, and I'm like, let me see how you reacted, because I bet you are a very happy camper to see the word Zonai appear in the game.
No, you see, because I am not like as big into the Zelda community or Zelda theories, like Zelda's more, like it's saying, just for people watching, not as much my thing. But I did not know what the fuck Zonai was till Leggett brought it up this year. Oh, that thing is fucking terrifying. What the fuck?
Oh, the dinosaurs or this thing?
The thing you just said in Discord.
Oh, you don't see it like little legs thing because that's underwater. But the other picture is how it looks like a...
Oh, no, fuck that shit. Fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. Oh.
What makes it terrifying, if I may ask?
Okay, so the first image, not terrifying. It's the second image. Just the dark atmosphere, the fucking way the water looks, how its eyes have like a little bit of a glow to it. Fuck that.
You know what? When we're done recording, I'm gonna show a video of killing a great actor. Why? Because that way you can see how it can be killed and how it's nearly immortal.
I hate that. I hate that. Like fuck that. I'm pressing the wrong button for the ocarina.
I jolted Fred so much he forgot how to play a Warriors game.
I knew how to play Warriors games?
But yeah, the man was so ecstatic about seeing it. Oh, wait, no, when the first teaser trailer came out, I did like a whole like analysis. I think I wrote like a 3-page paper that I like sent to people like locally, that like if they wanted to ask questions about the Zonai. Yeah. Because I was like, I found like all of like the Zonai towers in the overworld, like I was observing like the Typhlo ruins, and the Thunder ruins, and the Labyrinth, and all that stuff. With the Hateno, or not the Hateno, but with the Lurelin village theory that they're related to the Zonai because all of their houses have a scroll on it.
So, also, for people watching, how I spent my time in Breath of the Wild was in the Gerudo Desert because I fucking love desert settings and the Gerudo.
You love desert settings?
Yeah, why? You didn't know that?
Ooh. Oh, you know, it's because there's no water.
Yeah. And like that includes frozen deserts.
Why
Like
you like Alabasta.
Alabasta was such a good fucking arc.
Alabasta introduced Mommy Crocodile, and that's all I remember.
Because you were still on your fuck Luffy arc.
I'm not.
No, now you're on Luffy's doing a thing. Oh well arc.
I'm the best person to read One Piece.
No!
I say it like it is.
You're not the best person to read One Piece.
I say it like it is. You know what? That's content. That's content.
What
Read
is?
your One Piece.
What? Wait, what?
Just a stream of me reading through One Piece with my One Piece opinions.
Oh god, no, please.
If I got paid to do that, you bet I would do that. I would reread all of
I would pay you to lie.
Be like a live stream. I'd say, "Oh my gosh, you guys got a donation!" It's like, $50 from Care Bear Fredbear. What does it say? Please just start lying.
At least just give Robin one compliment. Please,
She has both of her eyes.
Why is that the one thing you can think of?
At least her eyes aren't growing out of her hands.
No, she put her eyes on Luffy's hands once. You remember that, right?
Trying to give her a compliment. No, I probably blacked that out.
So it was in Sky Island. Usopp falls to the clouds. Luffy can't see him, see where Usopp is because of the clouds. So Robin was like, "Oh, here, let me help. Put some eyes on his hand, so that way she can help him."
Also, Skype was boring. I'm just gonna say it.
You just angered like half of the One Piece community.
That's fair. Like, I thought I heard like a growl sound effect from the game come out after that.
No, that was the One Piece community.
Oh, was that really? You know what? That's fair, man. 'Cause, yeah, But you know what? I could say One Piece is boring. Like, I mean, sure, I called out Skype specifically, but I can call out the whole thing.
But then that would be lying.
Okay, so One Piece was boring except for Water 7 and Dress Rover.
You're still lying.
I'm not. That's my honest truth.
Dude, you popped off during the Summit War arc.
One volume.
Oh fuck! Oh fuck! I forgot that this is the time where you don't engage Volga. So I just almost fucking died.
I mean, what does it say to do?
Go to the fairy fountain.
She's about to die. Oh well. But yeah, no, I like Zelda lore. I have fun exploring Zelda lore. I think creating a champion will be a very fun book to have at some point because of the Zelda lore.
Did you say Zolo lore?
Zelda lore.
Oh, I heard Zolo lore.
I don't care about Zolo.
But we finally got his lore.
I don't care. He's a dude.
Maybe I should have introduced you to Dragon Ball first.
Ugh. That sounds so much worse. I'm sorry.
Why?
Everything you've described to me of Dragon Ball makes it sound so much worse than One Piece.
No, everything I described to you about Vegeta and Goku. Because I am picking and choosing what I tell you about Dragon Ball.
Oh, I think you say Piccolo's a dad, but like you gotta deal with you gotta deal with the main character.
I love Piccolo. Piccolo's great. Like, easily. Like, okay, so my top three favorite characters are Yamcha, Krillin, and Piccolo. I don't give a fuck that Yamcha, he died to a Cyberman. I don't give two fucks. He died to that Cyberman on purpose, so that way they could see how strong a Cyberman was, cause he knew, oh, they could just resurrect him with the Dragon Balls, since he was the only one of the only ones of them who didn't die already, so he could be resurrected. It was a tactical. It was a tactical death. Because death does not matter in the Dragon Ball universe whatsoever.
See, I like a little meat on my story. I like a little bit more. I like a little bit more, and that just sounds boring. Alright, I'm just, I'm causing war. This is war on anime. This is Legate declares war on anime. Legate's controversial anime opinions.
Oh god. But yeah, no, I absolutely think you would hate Vegeta during the Cell Saga. Do you want me to, I'm just gonna say what he does. So for those of you watching, I'm in the middle of watching the Cell Saga right now, and their whole plan was, oh yeah, we need to kill Cell before he can reach his perfect form, because Cell he absorbs people and gains their powers, right? So all that Cell needed to do was absorb Android 18, and then he'd gain his perfect form. Android 18 was like hiding perfectly from Cell. And then Vegeta like shows up, starts fighting Cell, then Cell's like, "Wait, you're a Saiyan, right? So that means that you want the toughest challenge you can, right? Well, if you let me find and absorb Android 18, then you can fight me my perfect form, so I can actually be a challenge for you." And Vegeta just goes, "I don't see a problem with this. I'm going to agree with you." And then Vegeta's kid, Trunks, steps in and is like, "No, what the fuck are you doing, Dad? We need to kill him now." Because, like, his son came from the future, has seen what Cell is capable of. And then Vegeta starts fighting Trunks so that way Cell can absorb 18. And it's just bullshit. And then Vegeta gets his ass clapped.
Yeah, it sounds like there's not a brain cell in sight.
Now when it comes to Vegeta or Goku, like the rest of the Z fighters, yes.
Still doesn't sound like it, really.
I mean, like, Krillin was trying to help Android 18 escape. But then, like, as Trunks was trying to, like, so Trunks, before Vegeta, like, Trunks was able to, like, use his abilities to make Vegeta go flying into the ocean for a little bit. And, then Trunks started fighting Cell. Then Cell notices Android 18 during that fight because, Vegeta's a dumbass. And so then Cell dove underground and was able to absorb Android 18 from a sneak attack underground. Because Vegeta is a little shit. And like, everyone was like telling me, "Oh yeah, you like Vegeta, you'd absolutely like Vegeta, don't worry, he'll grow on you." It's like, this bitch has been the cause of so many problems.
He named his kid fucking Trunks.
No, that was his wife. That was Bulma's doing.
Oh my god, you like her?
No, I don't like Bulma.
Oh.
I don't like Bulma because, in the
Why would you
original...
dare say that Velma Dinkley looks like her?
Because she looks like Bulma.
But she doesn't.
Anyways,
Her.
so, I respect Bulma, I don't really like Bulma.
If you haven't seen our Chrono Trigger playthrough, you'll hear that conversation a lot in that playthrough.
Yes, you will. Marathon Man.
I think they don't look anything like each other.
But, alright.
Oh god.
So, in conclusion, fuck Vegeta, Yamcha's a homie. Krillin, also great. Piccolo, best dad in anime. Better than All Might.
One Piece is mid.
No.
Yes.
No. My Hero is mid. One Piece is not.
My Hero's mid too. Like, you can insult anything I like,
Yeah.
and I'll just agree with it because it's your opinion and your opinion's valid. And mine are not. I do not deserve rights. Anyway, see you next time.
No. Okay, see you next time. Bye-bye.